rise forever till ties sever, shine together, rule wherever. Clock ticking now or never. My worst behavior, B2's unique, the flavor. Foes turn flame, then vapor.
Before we dive in, just know this clip is part of a larger conversation, and it gets real. So, take it in, and let's talk about it.
Now, one thing that's not really talked about as often is the effects on the children. Yeah, we talk about the effects that the survivor of the domestic violence has on them, or the effect of the, guilt, or, just whatever it is, as far as the abuser of, once they come to that realization of the harm that it did or whatnot, and just that whole dynamic. But a lot of times it's not discussed about the effects of the children seeing domestic violence, being around domestic violence, witnessing it. How is that affecting their mental? What thoughts are going through their head? Because a lot of times you just dealt with, especially, in my community, in my family, like it was like a norm, and we don't really get talked about, discussed. Like it was so normal when that happened, and I just feel like recording in my car, so don't mind me. But it was just so normal, right? To where it used to happen like every holiday or every type of event or special occasion, whatever. And it was a norm. Like we would see it happen, something happens going on because alcohol, drugs, whatever it is involved. See it happen, see it, they talk about it, they break it up. Either somebody get sent home or, whatever happened. And then we just move on and go about it the rest of the night or the next day like nothing happened. And seeing that as a kid, that's a lot. That's a lot to see and witness, especially when you feel helpless. What can you do to help in that situation when you're just a child and you're small and you don't know as much and you're not as strong and whatever, right? And, that's tough. And, especially during this process of healing and understanding myself and why I do or talk the way that I talk or whatever, think the way that I think, and, whatever the case may be, I tend to lean more on, well, I didn't move around a lot as a kid. So a lot of my communication or my difficulties with connecting with people or, staying in contact, whatever, it just has to do with, a lot of that has to do with me moving around a lot and not really necessarily knowing how to do that. After this training, a lot of it, it kind of shifted my mindset a little bit. And especially after I just read the book, The Mountain Is You. Forgot the author, but that was a great book. And it talked about the effects of childhood trauma and how it can have an effect on the individual to where if they haven't fully healed or gotten over whatever trauma that happened to them in the past, is that they're going to feel like they're kind of stuck at a spot to where they just can't, grow and level up. And they feel like they just some good, but then it just feels like it's like never enough. To an extent, it's like you're not getting to exactly where you want. You get close, but it's something there that's holding you back. And a lot of that has to do with the trauma of whatever happened, and whatever it is that's going on is causing that block to, excel, especially if you have a defense mechanism in it because of the trauma. You're, the survival mode, and it kicks in automatically.
Don't stop the reflection here. Click on the next video and continue the journey with me. Let's keep building.